Hello everyone, and welcome to part 2 of my first impressions and limited set review of the new Magic the Gathering set, Marvel Superheroes. So, just a quick recap of what we did yesterday, and starting off with draft archetypes, of course. This time there are 10 of them, which is very promising and very exciting, of course, for any limited enjoyers. So here you can see all of them. We're going to have Azorius, which is called Teamwork. Teamwork is a new keyword mechanic ability. Well, it is a sort of kicker, but more elaborated one. So Azorius, as I can see, is going to be our classic tempo archetype. Hello, chat. Hello, everyone. Yeah, let's go. Now, Dimir is going to be our classic control archetype. We're going to have a lot of payoffs on drawing second card each turn. We're going to have a return mechanic Connive, which is very cool. I like it a lot. Rakdos is going to be a type of archetype on villains. So it's going to be more like an aggro archetype on this particular creature type. Gruul is called Power Up. Power Up is again a new activated ability. And yeah, as always, Gruul is going to be all about those big creatures. Selesnya is Go Wide Aggro. This is another typo archetype based on heroes this time. Orzhov is called Attack Alone. We're going to have payoffs by attacking just with one creature. Izet is going to be all about artifacts. It's going to be our artifact archetype. Now, I'm blanking out. Golgari, of course. Golgari is all about graveyard interaction. Very cool. So there's going to be payoffs when we have 2 or more creatures in a graveyard. Boros. Boros is an interesting one. So apparently it's an aggro, as Boros should be, but with a twist. It's called non-creature spells. So we're going to have creatures with prowess and a lot of spells to trigger that ability. And last but not least, Simic is called +1/+1 counters. So I assume it's going to be our classic again. Ramp, good stuff, archetype. This is it. This is the roundup of our archetype. And of course, I'm going to link here in chat and in description box down below if you're watching this on YouTube. By the way, don't forget to like and subscribe. Per-release guide and here per-release notes, where you can find more detailed information regarding all the new techniques, all the new mechanics. And yeah, without any further ado, let's continue with the reviewing cards. Yesterday we reviewed every single card, starting from white to red color, and today we're going to continue. We're going to pick it up starting from green. All right, let me just adjust camera, put myself over here, and we shall continue. So just a quick reminder, this is my first impression, so I haven't seen any of those cards at all beforehand. I'm going to read every single card and we're going to discuss each and every single one of them in regards of limited gameplay, sealed, and draft. But of course, you're welcome to chime in and maybe you have ideas when or like where this card is going to be good, not only in limited but in other constructed formats as well. So please join me and leave comments. All the conversations are welcomed. So Dudalin, thank you so much for a follow, and apologies if I'm mispronouncing, but I appreciate the follow. All right, let's go. So green color, and the first one is Ant-Man's Army. 3 mana creature insect, 3/2. When this creature enters, create a food token or a treasure token. That is great. Even though like the stats are so, honestly, this type of creature is good just on its own. Now, I'm taking a pause just because when you look at this card, yeah, it looks great. But depending on the format, it may not be so good. I just remember a similar creature in Ixalan that it was like based on pirate or something. If you control pirate, it enters your creative treasure. This is a different story, but I mean, still, just on its own, it's good. Let's see how it performs. It doesn't have any relevant title, but I guess you don't care if you're drafting something like Rule. It ramps you out, it stabilizes, so yeah, all in all, great. Hello there! Hello, chat! Yeah, we are assembling. Next up is called Call Damage Control. For 2 mana, we have Sorcery. Choose up to 2, so it's a model card. Return those cards from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. Target artifact, target creature, target enchantment, or target land. Listen, okay, this is an interesting one. This is an unusual one. We haven't seen anything like it before. So, oh, we returned from the graveyard. Okay, so this is quite specific. So it doesn't say just, you know, like return a permanent, right, from your graveyard. It is quite specific, and you can choose up to 2. So that is, yeah, that is interesting, huh? That card is Pauper. I guess I haven't played the format at all. Listen, I think that if you're drafting something like Golgari, I would assume that there's going to be some self-mill effects, and yeah, this is basically like recharging your deck, something like mid-late game. Also, I'm curious to see if there's going to be any effects on like when something leaves your graveyard. I don't know, probably not, but I mean, still, even though it's a sorcery, it's okay. Enchantment is going to be very relevant because there's going to be a new enchantment type, which is called Plan. So after a certain amount of this plan charge counters, whatever, you have to sacrifice. So it's going to be in your graveyard. With this one, you can, you know, start over and get this value out of that card. So yeah, sure, this is probably a good grindy card for that deck. Could work out, the form is slow. Yeah, I agree totally. Yeah, I like it. And just 2 mana. Nice. Alright, next up is Claim the Kingdom, and here is what I'm talking about. This is this new enchantment type plan. So for 2 mana, we have an enchantment with landfall, which, you know, fits perfectly if it's in a green color, right? Whenever a land you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature control and a plan counter on this enchantment. Okay, so no charge counters or plan counters. When this, when the 4th plan counter is put on this enchantment, sacrifice it. So here you can see, like, oh, I'm so glad that this card is right after that sorcery. Anyway, when you do sacrifice it, put an indestructible counter on target creature control. Huh. Landfall is evergreen, honestly. I love landfall mechanics so much. I hate it. I don't know. Well, you either hate it or you love it, you know? Landfall is that strong, right? What do I think about this card, though? So 4th, indestructible counter seems okay-ish, but I don't know that it's that great of an effect, to be honest. Because in response, they may just kill your creature or something. You'll be able to put 4 counters before you have to sacrifice this enchantment. Probably for the, if you have this +1/+1 counter payoff, if you like have some something more to it than just putting counters, you know, then maybe. But on its own, I don't really like it, to be honest. I think that if you have this additional synergy, if you do have other payoffs on putting counters, then yeah. Otherwise, I wouldn't just put it in any green deck, to be honest. Next up, Doc Samson, Super Psychiatrist. 5 mana, a 3/6 creature hero. If you would put one or more counters on the permanent you control, put that mana +1 of each of those kinds of counters on that permanent set. Oh, this is like perfect. Honestly, these cards, they aligned so well, you know, like this is exactly my thought process. So here we have it, this additional payoff on counters. In addition, this is a hero, so fits Selesnya, you know, it's our hero typo, and +1/+1 counter archetype as well. What it does as well, for tap, add X mana of any one color, where X is Doc Samson's power. But you know, like on your turn 6, I'm not sure how this is going to be relevant, but I guess okay, we shall see later. Because you remember that sorcery in blue for 7 mana, maybe, you know, it's actually a Simic card, right? So maybe that kind of rampage of sorts makes sense, so you can cast something like that on your turn 6 at least. Yeah. Also, it could be like nice top end probably for this kind of deck. But this is a little bit confusing. This is a Simic card, right? Because Simic is also called like +1/+1 counter, so I think it is purely Simic card, or maybe a top end for your Selesnya, but probably just Simic card. In what format? Sigarda. Pioneer? Alright, this is our first Mythic in green. Earth's Mightiest Heroes for 6 mana. We have Sorcery with Teamwork 5. And I'm going to remind you what this new mechanic means. As an additional cost to cast the spell, you may tap any number of creatures you control with total power X or more. In this case, it is 5. So reveal the top 8 cards of your library. You may put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield. If this spell was cast using Teamwork, put any number of creature cards from among them onto the battlefield instead. Put the rest into your graveyard. Okay, let's discuss it. Top 8 cards. This is a lot, actually. And clearly, if you're drafting green, you're going to be very creature high. So the count of creatures is going to be very high. Teamwork 5 looks like a lot, but I guess at this stage of the game, it should be feasible, right? This is like overpriced, overcharged collection company. What do you think? Would you first pick it? It's an interesting one, right? I'll first pick it and with every time I cast. Oh yeah, story of my life. I would. Honestly, this looks like this can easily end a game, right? Okay. Yeah, I'm actually very curious to see how the teamwork works and overall to feel the speed of the format. But yeah, I like it. Next up is Epic Fight, and it is a rare. For 3 mana, we have Sorcery. Choose one or both. Double target creature's power and toughness until end of turn, and or target creature you control fights target creature and opponent controls. Okay, this is a great removal in green, but it is in a rare slot. It is so underwhelming to see removal in a rare slot, isn't it? Double target creature's power and toughness. No, this is super powerful for sure. And this is first pick. Sadly, it is a removal in the rare slot, but hey, we'll take it, right? It is a good one. Fight spell. Ooh, giant growth. Look at this art. For 1 mana instant, target creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn. Well, it is your combat trick, and you know, you have to be careful with combat tricks, especially if you're new to the game, to the format. It depends highly on a deck, so yeah, like with combat tricks, you know, you have to see what kind of deck you're building. This is it. So this is not going to fit clearly any green deck. And we have our backdrop. Go nuts. For 1 green mana sorcery with teamwork 3. Choose 1. If the spell was cast using teamwork, choose both instead. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. And or target creature you control fights target creature and opponent controls. Oh, this is so good. Now this is a fight spell for just 1 mana. This is great. Oh my god, I love it even better than this rare, to be honest. So this is a 3 mana fight spell. I know that like the first option is super powerful, and like this is definitely, if cast correctly, I'm going to do the job. But this is just 1 mana. This is so efficient. I love it, honestly. Go nuts is great. All right. Oh my god, Gorilla. For 2 mana, we have a creature 2/2 Ape Soldier Hero. Let's go with Reach. Sacrifice this creature, destroy target non-creature artifact or non-creature enchantment. Activate only sorcery. This is good to drop, you know, like the fact that it has Reach too. Very nice. I love this to drop, honestly. This is a good, solid to drop. Creature type is there. Sure. Nice. Next up, Hellcat Undying Vigilante for 2 mana, double green this time, which is not so great. We have creature 2/2 human hero with haste. When it dies, return her to the battlefield under her owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on her. She loses all abilities and gains haste. Okay, nice. Well, this is great, honestly. It's like also sort of expandable creature. Well, not that you're going to draft something sacrifice with green, but it's good, you know? It's very aggressive, so you don't mind trading it off. It just returns back with counter. We may also have additional payoff on +1/+1 counter, or something like, I don't know, when you put +1/+1 counter on a creature, let's see. Again, I haven't seen the rest of the cards, so we're going to explore it together. I like it. The only thing that I don't like is the mana cost. So, I don't know how realistic it's going to be to cast on a return to. Not very often, to be honest, but still, good. Next up, Hercules, Prince of Power. For 3 mana, we have a creature 3/3. Again, hero. Very relevant for your Selesnya archetype. With Power Up. And Power Up is a girl mechanic. So just, you know, to see where we are in terms of this draft archetypes. Power Up 5. Put a +1/+1 counter on Hercules. He gains Vigilance, Indestructible, and Haste until end of turn. And another thing with Power Up is an activate ability which you can activate only once each game. And also another thing is reduce the cost by the mana cost if... So, Hercules he, so that's why it says reduce the cost by his mana cost if he enters this turn, meaning that you can just, you know, cast Hercules for 5 mana basically with power up. Or rather, you know, you cast for 3 and then power up costs 2. Because you cannot, you know, cast and activate the ability clearly at the same time, but you know what I mean. Again, power up, you know, getting those payoffs on +1/+1 counters, which, you know, is also Simic theme, so it may fit your Selesnya archetype, may fit your Cruel archetype, and Simic. As far as this creature goes, you know, it looks more, you know, like a filler to me. I mean, on our turn 5, let's say for 5 mana, we'll get a 4/4 with Vigilance, Indestructible, and Haste. Which is okay, but not great, right? So I think that it's more like filler category, or unless there is, you know, this synergy going on, then sure. Next up is Heroic Face for 3 mana enchantment, and it is a rare, and you know, we have more expectations from rares and mythics when it comes to limited, right? So what does it do? When this enchantment enters, create a food token. Whenever you gain life, choose up to that many target creatures you control, put a +1/+1 counter on each of them. So I haven't seen any like live gain sub archetype, so to speak, in the format, so this is probably just a construct design. However, I cannot think of any format where it would be playable, or at least just yet, you know, because 3 mana is a lot of mana, and even standard is so fast right now. So we create a food token. So for 3 mana, we create a food token. And then, you know, when we gain life, we're putting counters. So if I see it as my first pick, if I see it in my first pack, I'm going to pass it. What do you think? What do you think about this card? Let me know. Next up is Hulkling. How to pronounce it? Burgeoning? Bruiser? For 3 mana, we have a creature 2/3 with Vigilance. Whenever another creature you control enters, if it has greater power or toughness than Hulkling. I love it. Hulkling. This sounds so cute. Hulkling. Put a +1/+1 counter on Hulkling. Oh man, this is so cute. Okay, listen. Again, I think there has to be something going on. We have to see this payoff on putting counters on a creature. Actually, I quite like it. You know, Selesnya, Gruul again, it's going to be fine, I think. You know, the fact that it has Vigilance is pretty nice. So it kind of makes sense. You know, on turn 3, it's supposed to be like 3/4 and attack. Sorry, on your turn 4 if you're casting your turn 3. I don't know. It's like, it's not great. It's not great, but maybe in the right deck, it's going to be okay. Interesting design, and Hulkling is very cute. Next up is Khazar of the Savage Land. For 5 mana, we have a creature 3/2. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. Great. You may play lands from the top of your library. Even better. When Khazar enters, create Zabu, a legendary 2/2 green cat creature token with landfall. Put a +1/+1 counter on Zabu. Again, I'm pretty sure this is a flavor win, which I'm not familiar with, sadly, because yeah, I know pretty much nothing about the Marvel universe, Marvel superheroes, but this design is pretty fun. So for 5 mana, we at least get 2 creatures, 5 power total. It's like the baseline. I love the ability that we may play lands from the top of our library. Not that we can make an additional land drop. That would be actually sweet, right? Considering the landfall ability here, landfall mechanic. Yeah, that would be actually sweet. But to be fair, I don't know what to think about this card. On its own, it sounds kinda underwhelming, not gonna lie, but at the same time, I guess it's fine. Like, the cat is legendary. Probably doesn't matter in this sense. I mean, oh, actually it does matter because there are some blinking effects, which means that you cannot efficiently blink it unless you trade it off the cat. I don't know. What do you think about this? Probably some synergy, but I don't know, 5 mana is just... If it says that you may have an additional land drop each turn, that would be crazy good, I think. Yeah. Cat dead. Actually, yeah, it's just a flavor win, right? Next up, Knight of Wundagore. For 2 mana, we have a creature 2/1. Oh, Cat Knight villain, listen. This is so good. Like, the sequence of these cards, I love it. Anyway, it has trample, and whenever you put a +1/+1 counter on another creature, oh, finally, we get that. Put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. This ability triggers only once each turn. So here is our payoff for putting those counters. At the same time, you know, this creature needs additional work. I love that it has trample. 2/1 is kind of discouraging, but there are a lot of 2-drops with these stats, so I guess, you know, it's on purpose. I guess it's alright if you have the synergy. Probably like mid-game it can become like a real threat, but if not, you know, it's your 2-drop, you just trade it off, right? You don't care. Next up is Mr. Hyde, monster within. For 3 mana, we have a creature 2/2, human villain. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose 1. Put a +1/+1 counter on Mr. Hyde, or remove a counter from a creature you control if you do draw a card. Oh, nice. Oh, this is nice, honestly. This is a card that you just, you know, you must have if you're drafting this +1/+1 counter situation. But night's going to be... Hold on, where is it? Oh, this one. Yeah, it's not legendary, yeah. There are a lot of legends in the set, but this one, I like it. So this triggers every single turn. This is so good. So like the baseline, even if you don't have like any other creatures with counters and whatnot, if you don't have anything, baseline is that you cast it, next turn you put a counter, and the turn after you draw a card, which, you know, slow, so you have to have the synergy, right? Well, apparently it is Marvel. You know, don't ask me anything about Marvel. I literally know anything about it. Oh, well, we shall see, right? I don't know. We haven't seen it yet. Anyway, next up is Mole Man, Maloid Master. For 3 mana, we have a creature 1/1. In the rare slot, better be good. You may play lands from your graveyard. Okay, and it also has landfall. And whenever a land you control enters, create a 1/1 green minion creature token named Maloid. With whenever this token attacks, you may mill a card. This is sweet. Okay, I like it. This just, you know, I love this card design. Yeah, for 3 mana 1/1, that honestly makes sense to me. This is going to be great. So I'm going to, if I see it, I'm going to first pick it and try to build a Golgari deck. This is going to be such a great engine for it. I like it. Again, I feel like this format is going to be not very fast, which is great, which is always a great experience for those who play limited. So in that sense, like, all of that totally makes sense to me. We shall see about that. What do you think about this card? No, it's a rare. Would you first pick it? Next up, Cat Avengers for 4 mana. And look at the creature type. Dragon, cat, dog, bird, rogue, hero. Love that. It's a 4/4 with reach and power up. 7. Put a +1/+1 counter on this creature and create a 3/2 white hero creature token with vigilance. This is so good. Well, first of all, my favorite mana cost to stats ratio in green, 4/4/4/4. This is perfect. It's a common. I think it's a great common. It has reach, you know. This is just such a solid base for your green deck. Any green deck, honestly. It has this relevant creature type hero. So again, Selesnya, Simic, Gruul. It's going to be great. For Golgari, you know, 2, why not, right? It doesn't say anything specific about this graveyard interaction, but come on. I like it so good, and like the fact that not only you put counters but create additional creature is amazing. We've also seen actually some payoff for creating a token. So here's another token generator, so to speak. Oh, I love this creature, so good and funny as well. What not to like? This is perfect. Next up is Powerful Broker for 3 mana. We have a creature 3/3 villain. For tap, it has, for each kind of counter on target permanent or player, give that permanent or player another counter of that kind. Activate only sorcery. Maybe, but probably not. I mean, why does it seem like super underwhelming to me? First of all, creature type, so it doesn't fit your hero strategy or synergy. Counters, yeah, sure. We do have a lot of +1/+1 counters, but I don't think that you're gonna need something like that, to be honest. I don't know. I'm very skeptical about this one. Like, first look, first impression, I don't really like this card. I don't know. It's just, you know, a 3/3 for 3 mana. Am I wrong? The ability might help break board stalls. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. We'll have to see. You know, cards like that, it's actually very interesting to see how they're gonna work out in the end, like in practice, right? Next up is Punishing Punch for 3 mana instant. And this spell costs 2 less to cast if there are 2 or more creature cards in your graveyard. So here we go, our payoff. Golgari. Target creature you control deals damage equal to twice its power to target creature and opponent controls. Listen, for 3 mana, great Bite spell, love it. And for 1 mana, imagine. Crazy good. I love it. And instant speed, honestly. So you have to be careful if you're playing against the green deck. Yeah, you have, and your opponent, you know, just like casually sitting on 1 untapped mana. This may be it. Yeah, so good. Next up, Rapid Rescue. For 1 mana instant, mill 2 cards. You may put a permanent card from among the milled cards into your hand. You gain 2 life. Oh, so good. This is what was it called in Dominaria? Oh my god, with Teferi. Again, I'm like, you know, so bad with the card names. But yeah, this is exactly what you need for your Golgari deck. This is self-mill effect, like you're gaining value out of it. Seed of Hope, yeah, thank you so much. So I'm so grateful to you, honestly. Thank you, everyone, because I'm just, you know, I cannot remember a name of the card to save my life, but it's like, you know, this is almost like a I don't know, charade, right? I'm telling you what the card does and you're telling me the name. This is great. This is great for this specific archetype though. For Golgari, you would want something like that. And even in multiples, to be honest. Next up is Reptile Dynamorpher. For 1 green mana, we have a creature human hero. 1/2. Again, there. This is a pure flavor, right? So Brontosaurus. For 3 mana, there are 2 activate abilities. Until end of turn, a Reptile becomes a dinosaur hero with base power and toughness 3/5 and gains vigilance and reach. And then Tyrannosaurus Rex for 6 mana. Until end of turn, Reptile becomes a dinosaur hero with base power and toughness 6/6 and gains trample. So both of those activate abilities, sadly, they work only until end of turn. So once each turn, you can do that. And it's a kind of like funny design, right? So for 1 mana, basically like it's your 1 drop if you're drafting this hero typo, and then it becomes a sort of threat of activation like later in the game. Yeah, there are too many magic cards, right? And a lot of them are very similar or like do exactly the same thing but just called differently, so yeah, bear with me. This, what do you think about this card? I mean, it's like so, right? Yeah, I see it as exactly just that, you know, threat of activation of sorts, mana sinker. That's true, yeah, if you're able to put counters on it, then it becomes better. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of like, yeah. So. Next up, Restorative Technique. For 3 mana sorcery. Target player gains 2 life, then searches their library for a basic land card, puts it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffles, put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature. Oh, this is a good, this is good stabilization. Like, in any sense. It's great that you are also able to gain 2 life, because more often than not, if you have this sort of like slow-ish kind of deck, like a ramp deck or a grindy deck, you may not be able to, like, sometimes you just don't have a window to cast something like that, and the fact that it gains you 2 life helps a lot. So this is good. I like it. And also, you know, again, this +1/+1 counter synergy. Nice. Next up is Rick Jones, Destined Sidekick for two mana. 1 mana, excuse me, 1 green mana. We have a creature 0/3. It doesn't have any relevant creature type though, but what does it do? For 3 mana and tap, mill 4 cards. You may put a hero or enchantment card from among those cards into your hand. Oh, it's okay, you know, even though it's not a hero, it's fine. There are a lot of heroes in green and enchantments, so yeah, this is sort of like, it feels like they're almost forcing you to trap those enchantment plans. And still, even like if you don't have a lot of enchantments, I don't know, I think it's going to be good in this Golgari deck. Again, be mindful that it is a legend, so you probably don't want to have more than one of those, but it's fine, you know. There are a lot of creatures like 2/1, so it's going to hold for some time if you cast on your turn 1, and then, you know, self-mill is important, your graveyard interaction, whatnot. Oh, it's okay. It's okay for this kind of deck. That's true, that's true. Rick Jones is a sidekick. Alright, dinosaurs. Who doesn't love dinosaurs? Savage Land Dinosaur for 6 mana. Creature Dinosaur 7/6. Thank you so much. Trample and basic land cycling. Perfect. Perfection. Love it. Any basic land cycler is great, and all of them are really playable. Next up is Serpent Specialist for 1 mana. We have a creature 1/1, and it is a villain with Death Touch and power up for put 2+1/+1 counters on this creature. So for 4 mana, we get a 3/3 creature with Death Touch, basically. I don't know, like on its own, I don't like it. I mean, it's fine, right? We've seen a lot of like 1 mana 1/1 Death Touchers before, and like it's okay, especially in the slowish kind of decks, like in the grindier ones. So it's fine. Those like help you not to take too much damage, so to speak. You know, they hold important creatures from your opponent at bay, and yeah, basically it is that with an upside. I guess it's okay in this, again, in this particular archetype, like Golgari maybe, and what, Simic? Yeah. Next up is Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu, and it's a mythic. For 2 mana, we have a creature 2/2 hero. You may activate abilities of creatures you control as though those creatures had haste. And for tap, add 2 mana of any 1 color. Spend this mana only to activate abilities of creature sources. Okay, alright. So, power up abilities, right? Nice. And like the first, like static ability means that you can do it same turn as you've cast this one, right? Like of any creatures. This can be very sweet. For sure. Nice. And it's pretty easy. I'm going to first pick it and then, yeah, just, you know, draft my Gruul, Big Bodies, or Simic, you know, anything. Hello! What's your thoughts on Mario Limited so far? So again, just like as a reminder, I haven't seen the whole set just yet because I haven't seen any of the cards. We're just going through them as we go, literally live. But so far, I'm quite impressed. Honestly, I didn't have big expectations, but I think that it's going to be a very solid limited format. First off, like a good sign that there are 10 defined archetypes already. This is great. Mechanics seem fun, and already, I feel like there's going to be a lot of synergy going on. So I'm pretty hyped up, not gonna lie. Even though I haven't seen like the whole set, you know? Does Shang-Chi mean Constructed Roots is back on the menu? Honestly, you know, I was thinking that, you know, this is probably more of a constructed design. However, in Limited, it's going to be great too because of the power-up mechanic, power-up activate ability. This is a very exciting one. I like this a lot. So again, it is a mythic, not a bomb for Limited, but it is a very solid creature for sure. And yeah, definitely constructed, playable. Next up is She-Hulk, Jade Defender. For 4 mana, we have a creature 4/4. Again, my favorite. 4/4. 4/4. we have to make I don't know, a meme of sorts where I don't know a gif. Anyway, reach trample with power up 6, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment, put a +1/+1 counter on She-Hulk. Love it. Yeah, this is great. I don't know, I just love creatures like this. They are just, you know, again, the core of your green deck. Literally any green deck. It has a creature type, just a hero, very relevant. Reach, trample, has it all. And also there are a lot of artifacts and enchantments in this set. Like the whole archetype is dedicated to artifacts, which is Izet. So this ability is going to be very relevant. Nice, I like it a lot. This is great. Next up is Super Strength, 5 mana enchantment aura. Enchanted creature gets +4/+4 and has trample and ward 1. Listen, I'm going to pass. Again, I don't like auras. Auras to me is like red flag. It's like asking for trouble. So, no thank you. It's just there are so many things that can go wrong, and you know, 5 mana and just okay, if you're, you know, adventurous enough, sure, if you can find the right moment and if your deck is right, then yeah, but for me it's a pass. And I wouldn't recommend, to be honest. Next up is The Thing, Ban Grim, 6 mana creature 7/7 with trample. Whenever 1 or more heroes you control deal damage to a player, put 2 +1/+1 counters on that thing. Listen, what the heck is that? 6 mana 7/7 trample already. I feel like you can draft all the synergy you want, but when something like, you know, this hits the battlefield and you don't have removal, like, what are you gonna do? This is like the thing with green. And also ability is pretty neat too. Is that a thing? It is that thing. Oh, this is just ridiculous, to be honest. It's already a fan favorite character. Oh, nice. Well, you know, again, they nailed it, I guess, with flavor as well. Next up, Tigra, Feline Fury. I'm so sorry for mispronunciation. But anyways, for 2 mana, I have a creature 2/1. Cat, human hero with flash and trample. Whenever you gain life, put +1/+1 counter on Tigra. Honestly, I love the fact that it has trample, so it's going to grow. It's going to be very aggro. But the thing is that you have to gain life somehow, right? So realistically, first of all, yes, there are some effects that allow you to gain life, but there are not a lot of them. I don't believe that there is a dedicated or like hidden life gain sub archetype. So probably it is more of a construct design, even though it is uncommon. And in limited, I think it's going to be still okay in Selesnya. Selesnya is our aggro go wide archetype. The bottom line is that, you know, it is your flash to drop, which is also okay, and there are quite a few effects that allow you to put counters, so I guess it's fine. But not so great. I mean, it's not going to grow as fast as you would like it to. That's what I mean. Hello, Flahan. Thank you for a follow. Yeah, there are some effects. Yeah, there are some for sure. Some cards that allow you to gain life. And already we've seen some, even in green. But yeah, this is probably like a Selesnya card. Head for Johnny. Well, here we have it. Next up, Training Regiment. 4 mana enchantment. Creatures you control with +1/+1 counters on them have trample. Okay. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature control. Alright, so we have like a payoff and enabler in one, which is good. Yeah. Again, I think there is definitely a deck building cost to it. And usually, like, I don't like something that, you know, doesn't affect the board state, basically, but meaning that you have to have a creature at least for it to work. But I would assume you would, especially if you're drafting Selesnya. You have to have a lot of creatures, you have to go wide with them. Trample is not nothing, honestly, but yeah, I think it's okay. But ideally, you want to have some additional payoff out of this counters as well. It's this card train rich. Hit the gym, huh? Next up, the Unbeatable Squirrel Girl. It's a rare. 4 mana and 3/3 4/4. Do you like squirrels? I do. Whenever the Unbeatable Squirrel Girl enters or attacks, create a 1/1 green squirrel creature token. I love squirrels. Honestly, this just cracks me up. 4 mana, again, same mana cost, 1 and triple green. Create X 1/1 green squirrel creature tokens, where X is the number of squirrels you control. This is very fun. Very fun. And again, I'm pretty sure they nailed the flavor. So what do we think? I'm first picking it, you know? Yes, the mana cost is horrendous for limited, and you're probably not going to be able to cast on your turn 4. Still, it can just, you know, it can snowball pretty quickly, right? So you cast it again. You get 2 bodies, 5 power total, which is okay. Then it attacks. I would assume that it's pretty easy, or you just, you know, activate this ability and just create squirrels, more squirrels every turn. First picking this to have a copy for card. For drafts, yeah, I'm actually very curious. I would first pick it in draft. Yeah, just yeah, be realistic. Don't expect it. Don't expect to cast it on your turn 4. That's it, you know. What is that? It is unbeatable. Yeah, you know, you definitely like you have to do something about it. Otherwise, just we'll win a game. It's gonna get out of control pretty fast. All right, undercover scroll for 2 mana. We have a creature 1/1. Shapeshifter villain. As long as there are 2 or more creature cards in your graveyard, this creature gets +2/+2 and is all creature types at 1 mana of any color. I love it. This is so good. So first of all, this is your mana dork, and then like later in the game, it becomes like a solid creature 3/3, right? Which you don't mind to trade off. Because more often than not, if you're drafting a ramp deck, you have these mana dorks that become completely useless in the late game, and like it's just a nightmare to draw them. They're just the worst top decks probably. But this one actually, like, it's okay-ish, you know. It's going to be a 3/3 creature still. Yeah, I like it. Now it's good. You know, add 1 mana of any color again. Perfect. Now it's very good. And this art. I love it. Next up is Wakandan Royal Court. 5 mana, 4/4 with Vigilance. When this creature enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. If that creature is another hero, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it instead. Oh, this is your top end basically for Selesnya, as I can see it. Again, hero creature type is going to be important there, and like this whole ability fits this perfectly, right? What else? Probably like Simic. I don't know if we have something more to that. +1/+1 counter. I don't know, but yeah, probably just a top end for your Selesnya deck. Next up, White Tiger Ayala. For 2 mana, we have a creature 2/2 with power up, and it is a hero. Power up 6, put a +1/+1 counter on White Tiger and create the Tiger God, a legendary 4/4 green cat god creature token with the Tiger God can be blocked by more than 1 creature. What? This is so good. So basically for 6 mana, we get 2 creatures, 7 power total. This is so good. More cats, right? I love it. This is a solid 2-drop. And I think that like this one, you don't want to trade it off though. So maybe, even though it is a legendary creature, you don't mind to have multiple of those, you know? So first one you trade off, and then like later in the game you power it up, and yeah, get 2 creatures, 2 solid creatures. Oh, another Saga World War Hulk. Let's go. 5 mana. It is a rare. So first chapter, the next red or green creature spell you cast this turn can be cast without paying its mana cost. Oh, this is great. So basically for 5 mana, we'll like may cast our creature. Second chapter, put 3 +1/+1 counters on target creature control. And third chapter, choose target creature control until end of turn, double its power and toughness, and it gains trample. You know what? I have a slight problem with it. Like, it all would be good, but imagine like if you don't have creature to cast. Like I just can see how it can be a totally dead top deck. What do you think? Would you first pick it? I don't know. Why though? World War Hulk. Why? I think you can do better than that. I just already, you know, I'm always considering all the worst scenarios possible, and yeah, I'm drawing this card. I cannot do anything. Completely useless, right? If you don't have any creatures. Ugh. Anyway, this is it with the green. This was the last green card. Now, let's move on to multicolor. And the first one is Captain America Living Legend for 3 mana, 1 white and 1 blue. Have a creature 3/4. And I'm pretty sure this is a signpost in common for Azorius. Vigilance, whenever a creature you control becomes tapped during your turn. If it's the first time that creature has become tapped this turn, untap it. And why this ability is relevant is because of teamwork. You know, Captain America is going to enable our teamwork. So, yeah, it is solid for sure. And there are a lot of cool effects with teamwork. What do you think of that? I mean, it's good on its own for sure. Has vigilance, which makes sense again for that teamwork activation and all. Yeah, solid. And also, like signpost and comments, usually they are always pretty solid, pretty strong, but only in this specific archetype, which, you know, makes sense. Alright, next one, and it is a transform creature, King Chala. Oh, I think somebody mentioned it yesterday to me. Alright, so for 3 mana, it is a mythic, 1 white and 1 blue, creature 3/2 with flash. Whenever a player draws their second card each turn, you draw a card. Let's go. And for 6 mana, we may transform it, and it becomes... Oh, it becomes Black Panther, Hope Enduring. Flash, double strike, 3/3. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to Black Panther. Whenever Black Panther deals combat damage to player, draw a card. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to Black Panther. So you can only like destroy it with a... I don't know, with a black removal, right? So, by the way, as far as this transform creature goes, you may just cast for 6 mana like this. You don't have to cast this side first and then, you know, transform into this one. And transform, you can only activate it as sorcery, by the way. Yeah. Again, as I said yesterday, I'm pretty sure all of those transform mythic cards, they're going to be busted. And this one, it definitely has construct potential, you know? So, any player, by the way. The thing is that you may even, you know, like splash it in your Dimir deck if you have a lot of conniving and whatnot. This is so good. This side has flash, this one has flash. Nice. Drawing cards. Let's go. This is very, very neat. Yeah, first pick in, easy. Next up, the Mighty Thor, Jane Foster for 3 mana. Again, 1 white and 1 blue. Have a creature 3/3. It is in a rare slot. Flying. Whenever the Mighty Thor attacks, exile up to 1 target non-token, artifact, or creature. Then return that card to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. Whenever an equipment you control enters, draw a card. Okay, so again, yesterday we saw quite a lot of payoffs for the equipment count and like just something to deal with equipments. What is flash on the backside? I mean, this one, Black Panther. Double strike, grant all damage that would be dealt to Black Panther, and whenever it deals combat damage to player, you draw a card. And double strike means that you draw 2 cards. Ideally, if you're able to deal damage. But this one, this is good. Like, this puzzles me a little bit. So again, probably more of a constructed design. That being said, I haven't seen the artifacts yet, so, you know, maybe there is this hidden equipment sub-archetype, but I thought that it would be more in Ragdas colors. But even if we don't care about the last ability, the first one. First of all, it's like a 3/3 flyer for 3 mana, which is good. Blink effect. Would you first pick it? I think I would. I mean, again, it's not probably the most powerful, and it's not the most powerful rare, clearly, for limited, but it is a solid one. And yeah, you want to draw a card though. Like, let's see. I don't know. I have to see the rest of the artifacts. Next up is Spider-Woman Secret Agent for 4 mana, 3 and 1 hybrid, white and white or blue. What do we have? 1/4 hero with flash. When it enters, tap target creature an opponent controls. That creature can become untapped for as long as you control Spider-Woman. Oh, this is nice. This is neat. We've seen a creature for 2 mana in a rare slot yesterday in blue that has a similar effect. Of course, it's more powerful. This is a 4 mana, but I love the return of hybrid mana. And the effect is also like pretty neat. The thing is, however, that the whole design of it is kind of defensive, right? Like 4 mana, 1/4 flash is pretty nice. You know, you may cast it during your opponent's, or like at the beginning of your opponent's combat phase. Where does it belong? Semic, my guess. But you know what? Maybe even like in Azorius. In Azorius too, like a temple. I don't know. I like that it has flash. Next up is Ghost Spectral Saboteur for 3 mana, 2 and 1 hybrid, blue or black, have a creature villain, 2/2 with flash, and intangibility. Ghost can't be blocked. This is pretty neat. So again, it is a legend. I feel like the majority of creatures are legends now, but it doesn't matter. So villain, again, is a relevant creature type. Again, love the hybrid mana. It has flash, sure. Imagine in Ragdas, combined with some of the equipments, can be blocked. This, honestly, yeah, can be a real deal, a real threat. All right, this is our sign pass in common for Dimir. Kang Temporal Tyrant for 4 mana, 2 and blue and black. We have human villain 3/4. Whenever Kang attacks, he connives. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. So here again, we sort of have our enabler and payoff in one, and Dimir is all about drawing second card per turn, so conniving is great, which means that, you know, Kang can become bigger and bigger. And drain life, I don't know, but like imagine combined with the rest, like if you're able to trigger this ability every turn, maybe like even your opponent's turn somehow, then yeah, I can see that for sure. It's a good one. Next up, Scientist Supreme of AIM. For 2 mana, 1 blue and 1 black. We have a creature 2/2 in the rare slot. Human Scientist Villain. It has pay to life, copy target activated or triggered ability you control from an artifact source. You may choose new targets for the copy, activate only during your turn and only once each turn. Listen, this is, again, I have a feeling that it is a constructed design, like straight up. Anything that has to do with, you know, copying spells or abilities, I feel like it is more of a constructed design. How good it's going to be unlimited though. And mind you, it is rare, right? It's not a bomby bomb. Imagine you open this in your first pack. Thoughts. Pass, probably. Have to pay 2 life. You only copying the ability from an artifact source, so you know, like a lot of deck building, a lot of things that have to be put together, a lot of work, and yeah, probably just, you know, pass for limited. Next up, have another rare. Taskmaster Mercenary Mimic, 4 mana to 1 blue 1 black. Villain 3/5. Photographic reflexes. At the beginning of your first main phase, until your next turn, Taskmaster becomes a copy of up to 1 target creature on the battlefield or creature card in the graveyard. Mind you, in any graveyard. It can be your opponent's graveyard. Nice. And then, like, same with the battlefield. Except his name is a Taskmaster Mercenary Mimic and his legendary human mercenary villain creature. Oh. This is pretty neat. Nice. Exception. Especially if there are some, you know, activate abilities. If there is power up ability, maybe, or I don't know. Still. It's pretty fun, and just as is, you know, 4 mana, 3/5, it's pretty solid. This is exactly what I would at least expect from a more of a defensive control creature, like suitable for a control archetype, let's say. Yeah, I like it. I would first pick it. I think it definitely has a very, very strong potential. Again, not a bomby bomb, but yeah. Pretty solid. Alright, now let's move on to Rakdos, and our first card in the rare slot, again, RS, God of War, for 3 mana, 1 black and 1 red. We have God Warrior Villain for 3. RS attacks each combat if able, and whenever an attacking creature you control dies, return that card to its owner's hand. Sweet. Yeah, very aggressive. Again, villain, relevant to Rakdos. Villain is our Rakdos archetype, basically, typal archetype. Okay, so we're first picking RS and just, you know, drafting a very aggro deck. That's the plan, right? Also, like, the thing is that even if it trades off, you can just recast it. Sweet. Next up, and it's a saga. Rakdos Saga. Avengers Under Siege. In a rare slot. 4 mana, 2 1 black, 1 red. First chapter, create 2 1 black villain creature tokens with menace. Okay, already good. Second chapter, this saga deals 2 damage to each non-villain creature in each And each opponent. Let's go, villains! And third chapter, create a treasure token for each villain you control. I love it. This is so good. This is so good. Great. First pick Izzy. Next up is Bullseye Death Dealer. 3 mana, 2 and 1 hybrid. Black or red, have villain creature 2/3. When it enters, you may sacrifice an artifact or discard a non-land card. When you do, Bullseye deals 2 damage to any target. Nice. And it also has an activated ability for 3 and tap, sacrifice an artifact or discard a non-land card. Bullseye deals 2 damage to any target again. Okay, so ETB ability and also like an activated ability in one. Pretty neat. So, you know, if you cast it for red, again, it may fit perfectly your EZ deck. Discarding non-land cards also like suitable for Golgari. You know, filling your graveyard, drawing cards, getting that value with your graveyard synergy. And as far as Ragdas goes, I don't know. I'm just, you know, trying to think of a synergy on spot. And yeah, I guess. I don't know. Maybe, but I'm not sure, to be honest. Like, I feel like historically, when it comes to Ragdas, you expect some sort of sacrifice synergy within it. But I don't know, I haven't seen any yet. Except for maybe like this, but then, you know, you have to sacrifice an artifact specifically, not a creature. And so I'm not sure, maybe like, I don't know, just a first look, it looks like a maybe a filler-ish in Ragdas, maybe I'm wrong. And then, you know, it can fit like one way or another, Golgari and Izzet. Interesting card. I like the design of it. Next up is Madame Hydra. 4 mana, 2, 1 black and 1 red. Have villain 2/3. Whenever you cast a villain spell, create a 2/1 black villain creature token with menace. Okay, let's go. Signpost and common. Ragdas Signpost and common. Great. Love it. Yeah, for this specific archetype, for sure. The problem is that, you know, it's just a 2/3 for 4 mana, so, you know, you have to have a lot of villains. And it looks like a lot of investment, but I think you would definitely want Madame Hydra in your Ragdas deck. Next up is the Ruinous Wrecking Crew for X and 1 black, 1 red mana. We have a creature 2/2 in the rare slot, and there's a lot of text, a lot of things. So it enters with X +1/+1 counters on it. When the Ruinous Wrecking Crew enters, choose up to X. Let's go. Discard a card, then draw a card. Target opponent loses 2 life. Destroy target token. Each player sacrifices a creature of their choice. Sweet. So it does a lot of things. And yeah, we cannot sadly choose one mode multiple times, but I mean, still, it is pretty strong. What do you think? I mean, still first picking, right? Like, all the effects, to be fair, they seem okay, not super broken. Interesting. How do you like it? Like, I'm genuinely curious to know your opinion, so let me know. And we are moving on to Gruul. Abomination, Terrifying Titan, 4 mana, 3 and 1 hybrid, red or green creature, 4/4 with trample and power up 7. Put a +1/+1 counter on Abomination. He fights up to 1 target creature an opponent controls. This is so good. It's so good. Again, love the hybrid mana, honestly. Again, villain, relevant to Ragdas. Clearly, it is a Gruul card in its nature. It has trample, power up, seems very powerful. Sure, I love it. And especially if you're in probably something like Simic, if you have this additional ramping out, then it's just perfect. I like it. Next up is Alien Invasion. 4 mana, 1 double red and 1 green enchantment in the rare slot. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 1/1 red alien creature token with haste, and this token attacks each combat if able. Put a +1/+1 counter on it for each invasion counter on this enchantment. Then put an invasion counter on this enchantment. Alright. This makes sense. So you're going to put a counter on it on the next turn. And this is fun. Yeah, I mean, of course, it's first pick, right? It's the first pick for limited. This is so good. Nice. I like it. Yeah, this can get out of hand pretty fast. Also, it is most like a red card. Nice. Next up is Hulk Gamma Goliath. 5 mana, 3/1 red and 1 green. Have a creature 6/5 with Breach and Trample. Power up abilities of other creatures you control cost 3 less to activate. And it also has a power up ability of 7. Put 5 +1/+1 counters on Hulk. So it doesn't reduce its own power up ability, but does it for other creatures. So this is our Gruul Signpost common again. Gruul is power up, it's gold power up, and here we have it. Great. 5 mana, 6/5 creatures, reach travel. You know, just the baseline is so good, right? And the ability is also great. I like it. Next up is Wolverine, Fierce Fighter. 4 mana, 2/1 red and 1 green. We have creature 3/5 in a rare slot. And I'm like specifically saying that because, you know, we have to look at the rares and mythics differently, you know. It has haste. When Wolverine enters, he fights up to 1 other target creature. If damage would be dealt to Wolverine, instead that damage is dealt, but all other damage already dealt to him is healed. Okay, we have flavor. We have flavor for sure. What does it mean though? Like, it said that damage is dealt. Okay, so the damage would be dealt. So it is dealt, but all other damage already dealt to him is held. What? Oh, okay. Sorry, it is relevant to this fighting. Sure. Okay. Okay, I got it. Again, it's just, you know, overcomplicated, I guess, but maybe relevant in combination with other spells. And yeah, I guess it's a flavor win. What do I think? So it is like a creature and a fight spell in one, essentially. I would first pick it, sure. Pretty solid rare. Alright, let's move on to Selesnya. And the first card is Black Panther Vanguard. 4 mana, 2/1 green and 1 white. We have a creature 4/4. Whenever another non-talking hero you control enters, choose one. Create a 1/1 white soldier creature token, or creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. And this is our Celestia, side boss, and common. This, you know, speaks for the archetype perfectly. This is like our go wide hero archetype. And yeah, this is great, honestly. So compared to Madame, what was like this Ragdos? Sorry, Madame Hydra. You know, it's a 2/3 creature, sadly, for 4 mana, and this is a freaking 4/4. Like, what the heck? Why they're hating villains? But I guess it makes sense, right? Again, flavor. Wolverine's not a bomb, but it's probably the best what he does. Well, yeah, I trust her knowledge. And yeah, as a magic card, it's alright. It's alright. This is just crazy good. Especially if you do have a lot of heroes, right? Justice for Hydra. Yeah, hashtag justice for Hydra, exactly. Next up, Spider-Man to the rescue for 3 mana, 2 and 1 hybrid 1. Green or white, we have hero 3/2 with flash, vigilance, and reach. No one dies. When Spider-Man enters, you may tap him. When you do, another target non-attacking creature you control gains indestructible until end of turn. Okay. Alright. So Spider-Man is our combat guy. Combat trick guy. It's alright. Again, love the hybrid, you know, gives this card flexibility, fit in multiple archetypes, you know, hero, you may like fit it in your Azores deck as well as Celestia. Yeah, it's alright. Next up is a rare Stormwind Rider. 5 mana. Sorry, I'm saying double. Sorry, 4 mana. 1 green and double white. We have a creature 4/4 hero in a rare slot with flying. Okay, excuse me. Already, I see flying 4 mana for 4. Alrighty, good. Now let's see if there's any drawbacks. Creatures with flying can't attack you or block creatures you control. Alright, whenever you cast a spell that targets 1 or more creatures, those creatures gain flying until end turn. What not to like? Dang it! So your opponent's creatures with flying cannot even block Stormwind Rider or other creatures with flying, and it can give actually other creatures flying, so this is crazy good. Spider-Man card. Honestly, yeah, I'm looking at some of the Spider-Man cards and I'm like, yeah, I get that, you know? It's a little bit confusing, like, are we back to that that or like, anyway, those abilities are really old-fashioned. Feels like it's come from the 90s. Yeah, just because, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this is, but I know this is a great card, right? Great rare, and yeah, very powerful. So this is not like your, you know, just a solid creature. This is a very good one. Next up, okay, we're moving on to Orzhov, Black Widow, double agent. For 3 mana, we have creature 3/2, so 3 mana, 1 white, 1 black. It is a villain with Death Touch. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gains first strike and mana until end of turn. So this is our sign boss in common. Again, we're getting a payoff of sorts if our creature attacks alone. So this probably just sums it up, really. Yeah, it's okay, you know. Death touch first strike, you cannot beat it in combat. That's like the thing. So, like, even on its own, it's a very good one. But you have to attack. You have to be aggressive. At least with one creature. Next up is Cloak and Dagger Entwined for 3 mana. Is this a rare 1 white and 1 black? We have a creature hero 2/2 with Death Touch and Lifelink. When Cloak and Dagger enter, choose target opponent and up to 1 target creature they control. They reveal their hand. You may exile a non-land card from their hand or the chosen creature until Cloak and Dagger leave the battlefield. Oh. This is pretty strong. This is sweet. Very, very sweet effect. I know that it's vulnerable for sure. But, you know, sometimes this may be enough to buy you time and, like, you know, sometimes your opponent just doesn't have a removal, right? But yeah, like 2/2 is pretty vulnerable though. But I like it. So it's a rare. Would you first pick it? I would. I would. And this is a strong effect still, so like until this creature is on the battlefield, you're basically removing 2 cards. So from the battlefield and from hand. Crazy, crazy good. Alright, next up is the Kingpin of Crime for 3 mana. Another rare. 1 white and 1 black creature villain 1/5 with Extort. Okay, so which means that whenever you cast a spell, you may pay 1 hybrid mana, white or black, and if you do, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain that much life. Alright, so again, you see like there is some life gain going on, but mind you, it is a rare. Now, whenever you attack, you may pay 2 life. If you do, until end of turn, creatures you control with toughness greater than their power assign combat damage equal to their toughness rather than their power. Oh, it's Doran. Doran is back. But yeah, you have to pay 2 life though. It's a twisted design. I don't know. So basically, like for 4 mana, you cast this, you drain your opponent, and then I don't know. What do you think about this one? Would you first pick it? This doesn't seem incredibly powerful. Dora has turned to a life of crime. Yeah, look at him. I don't know. Like, if I get past this card, okay, I would play it, but probably not first picking it. Alright, next up is US Agent John Walker. 4 mana, 3 and 1 hybrid 1, white or black. Hero 3/2. When it enters, create a colorless equipment artifact token named Sturdy Shield with equipped creature gets +1/+2 and equipped 2. Attach it to you as agent. So basically, for 4 mana, we get a creature. 4/4. Let's go. Oh, this is so fun. Okay, listen, equipments, huh? So here goes our equipment synergy. Interesting. This is nice. I like it. I like it. So again, like hero, creature type is relevant again to Selesnya. I don't know how the equipment situation is gonna help that, but still. And what artifacts? Like hero is not relevant to Ragdas that much, but yeah. Fantastic Force. Yeah. That would be sweet, right? I don't know. I still like this design. I just, yeah, it's hard to see where does it belong exactly, right? Just because of the creature type. But yeah, I'm very curious to see other equipments, other artifacts, to be honest. There's maybe something to it. Next up is Winter Soldier, Icy Assassin. For 2 mana, 1 white and 1 black. We have a creature 2/2 in a rare slot. Vigilance Menace. When it, Winter Soldier gets +2/+0 for each equipment attached to equipment. Okay, listen. I'm expecting more. Okay, so and this creature also has an activity ability for 5 mana. Return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on him. Then you may attach an equipment to control him. Okay, so it is a sort of expandable creature, but like not really, just once. Okay. Would you first pick it? I don't know. Honestly, now I'm very intrigued by this, you know, equipment sub-archetype, or how shall we call it? I have to see other artifacts. But yeah, interesting. Maybe again, maybe it's just purely constructed design. I don't know. I have to see, right? Okay, now let's move on to Izzet, and the first card is Armor Wars. That is Enchantment Saga in a rare slot, 4 mana to 1 blue and 1 red. First chapter, you may draw a card for each artifact you control. Ooh. If you do, each opponent draws a card. Okay, so alright, yeah, this makes sense in your artifact deck. I don't like giving my opponent even 1 card, but I guess it's alright, you know, like allegedly you get to draw more. Second chapter, artifact spells you cast this turn cost 1 less to cast. And third chapter, this saga deals X damage to target opponent, where X is the greatest mana value among artifacts you control. Okay, listen, this all looks good, except for, but again, this may be a very dead top deck, you know, if you're playing from behind, or, you know, it's just, yeah, I don't know, doesn't go your way at all. Because when you cast it, you want to have, I don't know, at least 3 artifacts, right? So you can draw this many cards. And then like the second chapter, I guess, is alright. And this, the third one, deals damage to opponent, which is also fine, right? I don't know, like the first one seems like the strongest one. At the same time, it is very situational. Like, it's not given. So, would you first pick it? I think I would still first pick it. And just, yeah, try and, you know, make it work. Okay, next up, ooh, I think this is our signed files in common. Iron Man, Master of Machines, 4 mana. Okay, sorry, let's come back to Armor Wars. Armor Wars come down to how many rocks you can have lying around. Yeah, I'm very curious about colorless. Anyway, Iron Man, Master of Machines, 4 mana, 2, 1 blue and 1 red. Human Hero, 1/4, and also what's important, it is an artifact creature with flying and vigilance. It gets +1/+0 for each other artifact you control. Nice. And whenever Iron Man attacks, if an artifact enters the battlefield under your control this turn, draw a card. So, chef's kiss, perfect. Allow that, and already I'm looking forward to drafting Izzet, because I don't know, I just love this artifact based archetypes in limited. I don't know why, I'm just, you know, drawn to them. This is so good. Next up is Speedball New Warrior. 3 mana, 2 and 1 hybrid. Blue or red, we have a creature hero, 2/2. Whenever a player casts a spell that targets Speedball, he gets +2/+2 until end turn. You may choose new targets for that spell. Oh, this is like sort of heroic, you know? Okay, I'm not sure that it is a blue card. You know, it is a red card for Boris, right? Such cool variation on Hexproof. Well, yeah, sort of, but I think this is a Boris card. Because in Boris, you're going, like, as I said, you're going to have a lot of cantrips, a lot of pump spells, comet tricks, whatnot. And Boris is supposed to be aggro. So I don't see how it can be like an easy card. It's not an artifact. Other blue archetypes, Dimir, no, because clearly it is an aggro design. Simic, also no. I guess this is just a Boris card to me. I don't see any other, you know, use to this hybrid, to be honest. I don't know. Other hybrid cards, they, you know, they actually make more sense than this one. You know, it is what it is. This is still a fun card. Oh, actually, you know, Azorius, now that I think that. Yeah, what else? Azorius, I completely missed that. Azorius, you know, yeah. Okay. Okay. Azorius and Boris. Next up is Vision Quest. It is a rare. For X, 1 blue and 1 red sorcery, search your library and or graveyard for an artifact creature card with mana value X or less and put it onto the battlefield with X additional +1/+1 counters on it. If X is 4 or greater, it gains haste until end of turn. If you search your library this way, shuffle. Okay, yeah, makes sense. I don't like first picking cards like that, to be honest. This is a sort of, I don't know, like tutor reanimator spell, right? It's fun that you can actually like search your graveyard or basically bring creature from a graveyard. If you've already cast it or, I don't know, happen to die. Anyway. I don't know. Would you first pick it? Seems quite powerful, but at the same time, I don't know. Like, good, but not great. Next card is The Coming of Galactus. And this is Enchantment Saga in a mythic slot for 5 mana, 2 double black and 1 green. Ooh, there are 4 chapters. Let's go. First one, destroy up to 1 target non-permanent. Check. Nice. Second and third ones are each opponent loses 2 life. Okay, you know, to be fair, this might be enough. And then the fourth one, okay. Create Galactus, a legendary 16/16 Black Elder alien creature token with flying trample, and whenever Galactus attacks, destroy target land. What the heck is that? Oh my god, this is insane. Right? This is incredible. Okay, this is like a bomb. I know that you get that creature was like 4 turns later, but still, like, it's a removal, life draining, I guess. Okay, and then a 16/16 creature token. Ridiculous. This is ridiculous. But I love it. Nice. Nice. Yeah, this is definitely like a limited bomb. Okay. Next up, Killmonger, Scourge of Wakanda. 4 mana, 2, 1 black, and 1 green. We have creature 3/3. When Killmonger enters, you may sacrifice another creature. When you do, destroy target non-land permanent an opponent controls. And as long as there are 2 or more creature cards in your graveyard, Killmonger gets +2/+1. So again, 4/4, 4/4. So this is our Galgari Signpost in common. Because here we do get some payoffs for, like, not for if we have 2 or more creatures in our graveyard, and the first ability, the ETB ability, helps with that. You know, maybe we do have expendable creatures, and I would assume we want to have some. The fact is very nice, so basically, like, it is a creature and a removal in one. And also, like, ideally, if you do have that synergy with graveyard, helps to fill your graveyard and whatnot. It's good. But again, you know, as always with this Signpost and commons, there is a deck building cost, so here we have it. Next up is the Serpent Society. Ooh, for 3 mana. Human Snake Villain, look at him. It is a rare 3/4 with Death Touch and Ward. Get 5 poison counters. Whenever another creature you control with a Death Touch dies, each opponent sacrifices a non-talking creature of their choice. Okay, so if this creature dies, your opponent doesn't have to sacrifice anything. Other creatures with Death Touch. What do I think? It is a rare. Like, to me, to be honest, it's just, you know, a 3/4 for 3 mana. For 3 difficult mana, so to speak, with Death Touch. I don't know if it's first pickable. What do you think? And just, like, realistically, how many creatures with Death Touch are going to be in your deck, you know? For it to work properly, I don't know, I would say that you have to have what? Like, I want to say more than 7. Otherwise, yeah. But I don't know. Even if it works once in a blue moon, maybe it's okay. But to me, it's just, you know, it's just that, you know, a 3/4 Death Toucher. I don't know. Skipping that as our first pick, right? And next up, Titania Rugged Rumbler for 3 mana, 2 and 1 hybrid. Black or green. I have Human Villain, 5/5. Okay, where's the catch? Okay, there is an additional cost, right? As an additional cost to cast the spell, discard a card or pay 2. And it has board. Discard a card or pay 2 mana. You know, nice. Pretty elegant design. I love it. So again, villain is going to be relevant in your Rakdos archetype. For Golgari, discarding card, again, fill in your graveyard. Pretty sweet. And 5/5 for 3 mana. It is quite strong, for sure. I like it. It's a good one. Okay, let's move on to Boros. And the first card is Daredevil, Man Without Fear. 4 mana, 2, 1 red and 1 white. We have a creature, Human Hero, 3/4 in a rare slot. Again, Vigilance, Haste. It has Radar Sense. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. We'll take that. Whenever you attack, you may exile the top card of your library. If that card is a hero card, Daredevil gets +2/+1 until end of turn. You may play that card this turn. Oh, this is nice. Whenever you attack, meaning that it doesn't necessarily have to be this one, which is pretty sweet. At the same time, it can attack the turn that you cast because of haste. Vigilance, Haste, pretty sweet. I like it, honestly. Nice, you know, like everything about it, it feels like well-rounded. I like it. Yeah, I would first pick it. I think It's pretty, you know, easy one. All right, next up is another rare, and it is an enchantment saga, the Superhero Civil War, 5 mana, 3/1 red and 1 white. First chapter is gain control of up to 2 target creatures with total mana value 6 or less for as long as this saga remains on the battlefield. Okay, this gives me like a Clone War vibes. And to a second chapter, creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain vigilance until end of turn. And third one, target creature you control fights up to one other target creature. Okay. Nice. I like it. This is fun. Again, the problem is that it is pretty situational, right? But even if you're playing from behind, it is pretty neat, you know? Up to 2 target creature with mana value 6, so the worst case scenario, like you steal your opponent's creature for a couple of turns, which may be enough to turn the tables, actually. I like it. Now, this is very strong. I like it. This is a pretty bomby saga. Next up is Thor Odinson. And what? This is our sign pass in common. Yeah. Target creature control. Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. So Thor Odinson, 5 mana, 3/1 white. 1 red and 1 white. 4/4. Flying Vigilance and double prowess. So our Boris is all about like non-creature spells, so prowess is going to matter a lot. Flying Vigilance, prowess. This is just, you know, this can be your finisher for sure. Thor Odinson, huh? Nice. Next up is War Machine, Legacy of Iron, for 3 mana, 2 and 1 hybrid, red or white. Have artifact creature again. Let's go. Is it 1/3? It has a relevant creature archetype as well. Oh, sorry, not archetype. Creature type hero. And it also has flying. At the beginning of combat on your turn, another target creature you control gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is War Machine's power. It's okay. I would say, like, not great, not terrible. For Izzet deck, it fills this artifact count. If you're playing white, I don't know. Like, it is a little bit underwhelming, but maybe again in combination with equipments, right? Right? Yeah, there is definitely this potential. Like, on its own, it's not great. Definitely needs some work. But yeah. Good old Thor, keeping it simple with the text box. Yeah. And honestly, I just like prowess. Flying Vigilance, prowess. Okay, now Simic, Absorbing Man. For 3 mana, 1 green and 1 blue, have a creature 4/4 in a rare slot. It is human villain with vigilance. And okay, bear with me, a lot of text, huh? At the beginning of your first main phase, until your next turn, Absorbing Man becomes a copy of up to 1 target artifact, non-or enchantment, or land, except his name is Absorbing Man. It's a legendary 4/4 human villain creature in addition to his other types, and he has vigilance. Alright. This actually is pretty fun. So this creature, even if it copies land, let's say, it still remains a creature, right? It's interesting design for sure. I like that it has vigilance. So what do you think? Are you going to first pick it? Like, you know, 4/4 for 3 mana with vigilance already seems pretty strong, right? Just, you know, like this baseline. And then non-or enchantment. Also, until our next turn though, maybe like copying some sawdust. This is interesting. What do I think about that? So, we know like the baseline. What is like the ceiling of this card? At worst, it's ramp. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of better possibilities, you know, better use of this card. Rusty Mugs, hello, thank you so much for your follow. I don't know. You know, if there's nothing better, I would first pick it because, first of all, yeah, you know, it's pretty solid, pretty strong creature as is. Yeah, it becomes inland, like ramping out, why not? Okay. And maybe, you know, like this non-or enchantment or effect, maybe there is definitely more to it. Just have to explore. Yeah, it's funny with sagas, that was exactly my thought, actually. Yeah, I agree. I like it. Yeah, you know, pretty fun card. A lot of possibilities. Hello. Yeah, you know, this necklace, this actually, my daughter made it at kindergarten. Yeah. You know, it's summer, even though it actually doesn't feel like it here, at least in the south of Germany. Like, the weather is kind of crazy and all over the place. Thank you. Yeah. So I thought, you know, I need something cheerful. I need something cheerful on this gloomy day. So here we have it. How are you? So yeah, I honestly, I just love this streams, this first impressions, where I get to, you know, just chill and chat with you all. It's always so much fun. Oh, hello there. Thank you so much for your follow. Because usually it's what? Usually it's a grind. We ladder up, we play and all of that stuff, and here, you know, we just get to chat and relax and whatnot. Hello. Yes, there are some bombs, but to be fair, there are not a lot of them, which is a good sign, I feel like. All right, let's continue with Simic. So we have Ant-Man, Colony Commander, 3 mana. Is it? Hold on. I have a feeling this is our sign post in common for Simic. Anyway, 2/2. Whenever Ant-Man attacks, you may pay 1. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. So we may put actually a counter on Ant-Man himself. And whenever you put a +1/+1 counter on a creature, create a 1/1 green insect creature token. This ability triggers only once each turn. Okay, so this, finally. Wait, listen, first of all, there are a lot of effects that allow you to put +1/+1 counters in the set. Power up and like a lot of other effects. And this one is probably the best payoff possible for that. Because of the second ability, right? Whenever you put a +1/+1 counter on a creature created token, even though it triggers only once each turn, this is pretty busted, pretty neat. Oh, and by the way, nurser dog, hello, thank you so much for your follow. Oh, as far as thumb goes, you've counted 5 for constructed. Yeah, there are a lot of like clearly constructed designed cards. So here we take more of a limited gameplay approach. So we discuss and talk about the cards from a limited gameplay perspective, sealed and draft. But you know, again, as I always say, you're welcome to talk about other formats as well. It's just what I'm talking about, you know. This I like it. So again, this I love cards like this. Such a good design. Again, payoff and enabler in one. Nice. Like ideally, you want to probably back it up for it to attack, because yeah, 2/2 for 3 mana, and then you have to pay 1. Seems like a lot, but still, I think like the most important is this second ability. Yeah, synergy, just pure synergy. Let's go. And by the way, this Simic draft archetype is called exactly that, +1/+1 counter. So here we have it. Okay, the Astonishing Ant-Man, 2 mana, 1 green and 1 blue. We have a creature 1/1 in a rare slot, and we expect more from rares. Whenever you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on the Astonishing Ant-Man. Okay. It also has an active ability for 3 mana and tap. Remove any number of +1/+1 counters from the Astonishing Ant-Man. Create that many that many 1/1 green insect creature tokens. A lot of 1/1. +1/+1, 1/1, 1/1. I cannot. Draft in top 8 is going to be cool. In what top 8? Sorry. In any top 8, I mean. Yeah. This card, okay, what do you think about this one? This is a rare. Would you first pick it? I would. I think it just, you know, on its own, it doesn't require a lot of work. You know, it just naturally, you're gonna draw a card. You're drawing a card at least once per turn. So you're putting counters on Ant-Man, then eventually you're creating this insect tokens. But I think there is definitely more to it. And if you're able to draft or assemble a synergetic deck in these colors, this can be even, you know, even better. And again, I feel like this synergy on +1/+1 counters is pretty easy. The question is, you know, how good it's going to be, right? It's going to depend on the speed of the format and like actually a lot of things. But just like in vacuum, I like it. Next up is Beast, Erudite Aerialist, 4 mana, 3 and 1 hybrid. Green or blue. We have a creature 3/3. It's a hero, you know, and I'm like highlighting hero or villains because it's going to matter. Just a quick reminder, hero is our Selesnya, our draft archetype, and villain is our Rakdos draft archetype. Anyway, as long as you've put 1 or more +1/+1 counters on Beast this turn, he has flying. Whenever Beast deals combat damage to player, draw a card. Oh, we love drawing cards, don't we? So, this one, again, it's not going to be great in just any deck. Clearly, like this +1/+1 counter synergy, hence that it belongs to Simic. But if we talk like strictly about green decks, in Gruul, I don't know, you know, because Gruul is called Power Up, and we're going to have other creatures with +1/+1 counters when we activate that ability, so not necessarily we're going to be able to put counters on this particular creature, so I don't know. Galgari, probably also not. I don't know. This looks like filler in other green archetypes, Simic, right? And in blue archetypes, something like Azorius. Maybe. Oh, I forgot Selesnya actually. In Selesnya, we do have some +1/+1 action. Maybe. So again, we do have this cycle of hybrid cards that are pretty flexible. But yeah, you have to see, like, it's all about synergy. Simic is the counters archetype, yeah, as described. But in Selesnya, there is also some of it. Anyway, ooh, what's that? That's cute. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. Let's go. 3 mana, 1 green and 1 blue. Have a creature 2/2 in the rare slot, and it's a hero. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, until end of turn, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur's base power and toughness become 6/6, and they gain trample. Whenever an artifact you control enters, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Okay, so this is like a combination of Izzet payoff and Dimir payoff. Because Dimir is all about this drawing second card per turn. And artifact clearly is an Izzet archetype. So what do you think about this? This looks like it needs some work, some deck building costs, and like first look, it is a little bit confusing. How we can make it work, right? How can we make it work in Simic? So we want to draw more than 1 card per turn, right? How do we do that in these colors? It's trying to, I don't know, draft more creatures with Connive in blue. Then artifacts too. Yeah, you know, I quite agree. I'm just thinking about limited, but probably it is just a constructed design. Yeah, that's true, but then artifacts. Splash and Izzet. Oh, that's a good point, actually. Yeah. Yeah, we do have some investigate action, but not a lot. It's mostly Connive. Constructed cookies. Actually, yeah, this is an interesting one. I'm not sure I would first pick it though, because, you know, just a 2/2 for like 3 mana, difficult mana cost, not worth it. So you want to make it work, right? And it requires some deck building cost, as I like to say. But yeah, like Splash and Izzet is probably the most realistic plan for it to work. Next up, it is another rare, Worlds Within Worlds, 7 mana. Okay, this, yeah, in Simic color, which makes sense in our ramping archetype. 5, 1 green, 1 blue, sorcery. Exile all creatures. Each player may put any number of creature cards from their hand onto the battlefield, then put all cards exiled this way into their owner's hands. Exile Worlds Within Worlds. A lot of text, and does it even make sense in limited? Exile all creatures. 7 mana, exile all creatures. Okay. Okay, I'm visualizing it. Where is exile all creatures? Then imagine at this stage of the game, how many creatures, or even cards, are you gonna have in your hand? Then put all cards exiled this way into their owner's hands. It is like a complicated way of saying what? bounce all of the creatures. It is a bounce spell, no? The chances of Thor being unhappy about this complicated effect. Well, in this case, I can relate to Thor. This just seems bad. I know. I was just, you know, trying to understand it because sometimes this wording, it's just confusing. It's just straight up confusing. To understand it correctly, that basically this is a 7 mana bounce every creature on the battlefield spell. Bounce with the downside, exactly. Nah, not worth it, huh? Not worth it. Alright, okay. Now we're moving on to 3-color. Oh, is it? It's the only 3-colored spell, actually. Okay. Thanos, the Mad Titan, 3 mana, 1 red, 1 white, and 1 black. So Mardu colors. We have Mythic, 4/4 with Death Touch and Lifelink, and a crazy cost of power up of all the colors, and literally all colors and colorless, which is like straight up unrealistic for limited. Now I'm thinking, does a treasure give a colorless mana? Hold on. You can know it. Treasure token. I just want to see if it's even possible, you know? Unlimited. Add 1 mana of any color. And it's not a color. It's colorless. So treasure cannot produce colorless mana, right? Okay. What do you do? Put 2 +1/+1 counters on Thanos. Choose odd or even. Destroy each other creature with mana value of the chosen quality. Okay, just trying to think. Probably again constructed design, because I don't know. I know that we haven't seen all the cards just yet, but I just cannot see it. I don't think that there's going to be a soup archetype. There's always a possibility though, but in green we didn't see a lot of civilization, to be honest. Sure, there are what's it called again, treasures. There are treasures, but yeah, all of the archetypes are pretty much defined and quite specific to what they do. This one, what do you think? I shall restore the cosmic balance. Well, good luck with that. By the way, reduce the cost by his mana cost if he entered this turn. So, still, it's very, very difficult. You know what? I'm going to pass on that if I see it. Yeah. I'm just trying to think about constructed. Where do you think it would fit? Yeah, that's true. They do have cost reduction, for sure. But only if you cast this card on the same turn. So basically, it's like the same mana cost, right? Ignoring the power up is probably okay in Ragdas. Yeah, but then is it still worth it? You know, to splash for like a 4/4 Discharge lifelink? I'm not sure. I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't hurt my mana base like that. Hello. Thank you so much for your follow. And Valorant TV. Let's go. Okay, so this is it with multicolored. Now let's move on to colorless. Finally, I'm very curious about this and some of the equipments. Did you see the 4 fantastic 4 uncommons? No, I probably didn't get it. What do you mean? Fantastic 4. The thing is that, you know, my scarce knowledge of the Marvel Universe, I probably didn't even recognize it. Oh, the bonus sheet has a bunch of bombs. Well, you know, that probably explains. Anyway, our first colorless card is Aim Synthoids. For 2 mana, we have Artifact Creature, Robot Villain, 1/3. When this creature enters, Surveil 2. Okay, this looks just like a classic filler to drop for your use a deck. Villain, I'm not sure. You can do better. You can do better for Ragdos. But if you're desperate with Izzet, then maybe. Next up is a rare Arc Reactor, 5 mana artifact with Improvise. Perfect. This artifact enters tapped and add 3 colorless mana. So okay. This is going to be pretty insane in Affinity, no? Okay, again, this is a constructed design, like straight up. I don't think that you would need it really in your draft deck. I don't know. I guess it's okay, but I don't want to first pick it. Human Torch, the thing. Mr. Fantastic and Invisible. Okay, I'll take a look at those again. Nice. Okay. Or, you know, let's see them right now. So. Human Torch. 3 mana. Whenever you draw a card, if you control another hero, Human Torch deals 1 damage to target opponent. Okay. I think we had to laugh about just the whole thing. The thing. Are your brute encounters? Whenever 1 or more heroes you control deal damage to a player, put 2 counters. Okay, yeah, see that. Nice. Mr. Fantastic. Yeah, that's fun. Honestly, I would never recognize that, but I love that they did that. This is just so good and so in-depth, so I'm pretty sure that all of the Marvel fans appreciate that. Whenever 1 or more tokens you control enter, you may draw a card. Invisible Woman. Okay, yeah, because of the wall. Okay, yeah, that's cute. That's cute. I love that they did that. Fantastic 4, nice. If only it would come into play and oh, listen, that would be insane. Now, already it is very powerful. But I just don't know that. I guess it's still good and limited, you know? Don't get me wrong, but clearly Inconstructed has like a way better potential. Next up is Captain America's Shield. For 2 mana. Have legendary artifact equipment, but it is in a rare slot. Indestructible. Equipped creature gets +0/+8 and has vigilance. Whenever equipped creature attacks, tap target creature defending player controls, equip 2. I mean, I would first pick it, honestly. First of all, fits literally any deck. Second, just, you know, easy deck. Third point, there are quite a few payoffs for the equipment count and, you know, all that synergy. And the effect is pretty strong too, you know. Like, it's okay, I would say. It can be a tempo one. Has vigilance. Yeah, it's going to be very hard to trade off with that creature in combat. Yeah, let's see. Okay, this is a good equipment, but it is a rare. Let's see, what do we have in commons and commons? I feel like this card will destroy unlimited. Well, let's see. There is definitely some synergy going on with equipments on top of that. Cosmic Cube, 5 mana, mythic, word 2. Okay, again, another wall of text. Whenever you attack, look at the top 6 cards of your library. Okay, we're looking. You may cast a spell from among them with mana value less than or equal to the greatest power among attacking creatures you control without paying its mana cost. Okay. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Spell, like literally any spell. This is interesting. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, honestly, this looks very powerful. The thing is that if you're playing from behind, it doesn't do anything. If you don't have creatures, it doesn't do anything. So you have to attack for it to work. That's the biggest problem, right? Just got cube. Anti-negative, hello. Thank you so much for your raid. Hello and welcome, raiders. Hope you had a great stream. Thank you. So today we're talking all the new cards. The new set, Magic the Gathering, Marvel Superheroes, is coming out. This is the pre-release week, so don't forget to tune in to streamer event, the early access event tonight on Magic Arena, and to my channel as well. But tomorrow I'm going to stream limited all day long tomorrow, starting at around 11:30 a.m. Central European time. Yes, already tonight. The Cosmic Cube, I don't know. I'm very skeptical about the card. So the potential is there. The problem is that, it's not universal. So again, you have to build your deck around it. Build it correctly. It has to be an aggro deck. I don't know. But it definitely looks interesting to me. I'm curious to see how it's going to work out in practice, in reality. It's too awkward for limited. That's my concern too, It's 5 mana, and yeah, there is like you have to be very aggressive. Attack alone decks, yeah, that too. Color card. Arthur Marigold Knight. Honestly, I'm so bad with card names that I have to just, have to look it up. I don't remember what like this card does. What is this card? Hold on. I cannot find it. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Dependable Quindred. For 3 mana, we have the cool 3/3 with flying. Add mana of any color. Nice. And crew 4. Oh, this is fun. So this is basically a mana rock with options, right? A mana rock with an upside that it can become a creature. I don't know. I'm just trying to find Arthur Marigold Knight on Scryfall, and it just, you know, shows me nothing. Oh, okay, I found it. Okay, sorry. There, it just, yeah, it's not Marigold with E, it's A. Yeah. Oh, it's a commander. That's why, you know, it just, you know, it doesn't even ring a bell. That's why I have never seen this card. It's a commander one, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to look at it later. All right, this is fun. This is a fun mana rock. I don't know if you need that. I mean, mana rocks, it's always like that. So, for example, what in Strixhaven, we've had this crazy multicolored soup archetype, and in that case, mana rocks are good. To be fair, I don't think that is going to be the case in this set, but yeah, if you're desperate, sure. It's kind of fun that it can become a creature as well. Mana rocks are getting out of hand. Yeah. Next up, Herbie. Scout unit, 4 mana, Rollbud, 2/1 with flying. When this creature enters, draw a card. Then you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. Okay, we love drawing cards. Listen, this is interesting. The fact that, you know, we're drawing a card. I know that it's like 2/1 for 4, but at least it has flying and we're drawing a card. Also, it adds to our artifact count if we're in Izzet. I guess it's all right. I don't know, just, you know, the stats. But it's okay, you know, it has flying. No, it's good. It's good. Honestly, yeah, solid. I agree with you all. Next up, and it's a mythic. Iron Man armor, 3 mana, artifact equipment again, but it is in a mythic slot, right? So what does it do? When it enters, attach it to target creature control. Equipped creature gets +2/+1 and has flying. Makes sense. And it also has an activate ability for 2. If this equipment isn't a creature, it becomes a 0/0 construct hero artifact creature with flying, and this creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact you control until end of turn. What? And it also has an equip cost of 2. Scientist Supreme. Listen, I was just looking at all the cards. What was that? Hold on. Let's talk about this card first, okay? Okay. Well, clearly we're first picking it, right? It's colorless, and yeah, genuinely, yeah, it's gonna fit literally any deck. In some decks, it's going to be better than the others, but like this activate ability is pretty crazy. This creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact you control. So imagine, and is it? This is just crazy. What? Oh my god. Okay, let me find this. Yeah, sure. It's in that Dimir. Yeah, in Dimir colors. That's rare in Dimir colors. Yeah, I can see that. But you know, for limited, this is a mythic, and that card was a rare. And we're talking like, would you first pick it? Like if it gets passed, you know, and yeah. But to be fair, like this is just so much better and easy. And then yeah, it just literally fits any deck, and EZ in particular. In EZ, it's just going to be such a bomb. Hello, hello, thank you so much for your follow. Well, who knows? Let's see. Next up is Shield Helicarrier, 4 mana. Ooh, another vehicle, huh? 4/5 with flying. When this vehicle enters, create 2/1/1 white soldier creature tokens, and it has crew 6. Oh man, it's a filler, huh? I don't know. They cannot crew it, and it is good for 4 mana. We get like for 4 mana essentially we get 2 tokens and an artifact if it matters. Okay, Scientist Supreme. Okay, discard. What do you think about this one? I don't like it. Okay, Scientist Supreme. I'm just going to put it here. So here it is for everyone else to see. So again, let's revisit it. For 2 mana, we get a creature 2/2, pay to life, copy target, activate or trigger ability you control from an artifact source. You may choose new targets for the copy, activate during your turn, and only once each turn. So, my thought process was that it is just too difficult for limited. You know, Dimir draft archetype is not about artifacts. Our artifact draft archetype is EZ. And Dimir is our like control, cannot draw 2 cards per turn kind of a deal. Another thing is that, you know, everything, like any spell that says like copy, I don't know, ability, copy spell or something, it is like, I don't know, 80-90% constructed design, you know? It is very hard to put together in limited, so I wouldn't even try. So I mean, I wouldn't first pick it, okay? If I get past that and like maybe somehow I find a synergy and it's not like, you know, oh, there's just one card that works with this one, then maybe, but I wouldn't splash for it. And yeah. Yeah, this is the thing. So I'm reviewing the cards. So first of all, this is my first impression. So I always do this set reviews without looking at the cards beforehand. So that's why, you know, I'm reading all the cards. And if you're watching it later on YouTube, you can, you know, consider it as a sort of podcast, you know, because I'm reading all the cards. So you get an understanding of it as well. And then we talk about it, what it does. But I do this, yeah, exactly, from a limited gameplay perspective. That being said, you know, be free like to leave your comments, your thoughts regarding other formats as well. You know, it's just what I do is specifically for limited. But you know, I'm always curious to see what you think about certain cards regarding other formats. You know, because probably like the majority of rares and mythics, they're constructed design. Yeah, timeless permanent. Yeah, I can see that. No, it's okay, it's okay. No, honestly, you're all good, you're all good. Like, literally, any conversation is welcome. It's just, you know, so we're on the same page, you know, what I do. Anyway, let's move on. This is our rare super adaptoid for 2 mana. We have legendary artifact creature in a rare slot. So you know why I always highlight like in the rare slot, it's a mythic, because you know we have higher expectations from those cards in terms of limited. Super Adaptoid's power is equal to the number of legendary creatures you control. That is going to be pretty easy. There are a lot of legends in the set. Whenever Super Adaptoid enters or attacks, choose another target creature. If that creature has haste and Super Adaptoid doesn't, put a haste counter on Super Adaptoid. Do the same for flying, first strike, double strike, death touch, indestructible, lifelink, menace, reach, trample, and vigilance. Okay. That's pretty fun. That's pretty fun. Would you first pick it? It's clearly not a bomby bomb, but it's a fun card that would, you know, fit again. Is it being an artifact, villain, Ragdos, and legends. There are a lot of legends in every single color. I don't know. If there is nothing better, I would first pick it. Otherwise, probably not. And next up is a mythic, the 10 rings for whooping 8 mana. Have a legendary artifact in a mythic slot. Your maximum hand size is 10. At the beginning of your end step, if you have fewer than 10 cards in hand, draw cards equal to the difference. Oh, let's go. Okay, now that makes sense. But oh my god, 8 mana. What kind of flavor win is that? 10 rings, yeah, that's why hand size is 10, makes sense. And this is fun, drawing cards is fun, but 8 mana. No. Isn't better than the one ring. Yeah, well, you can compare, okay? It's the one ring, yeah. The 10 rings, yeah, there are 10 of them, but there is only one ring. one ring. No, it's a pass, I think. Ultron, Artificial Malevolence, 3 mana, Mythic, 2/4, Robot Villain. Whenever another non-token artifact you control enters, you may pay 2. If you do, create a token that's a copy of it. Oh, let's go. If the token isn't a creature, it becomes a 2/2 Robin Villain creature in addition to its other types. Sweet. Okay, first picking it. Drafting is it. That's it. Nice. So, again, you know, if we're talking about rarity for a mythic, it is a little bit discouraging for limited gameplay. But I mean, still, at least we have, you know, a good use to it and a good direction as well. So yeah, I think it makes sense to first pick it. Next up is Ultron Drone. For 3 mana, we have artifact creature 2/3 with power up 6. Put 2+1/+1 counters on this creature and create a 2/2 colorless robot villain artifact creature token. I guess it's alright. Looks more like a filler to me for an Izzet deck, but yeah. Okay, finally, an equipment in a common slot. Vibranium Energy Daggers, 1 mana, indestructible. Equipped creature gets +2/+2, and equip cost is 3. So indestructible means that this equipment is indestructible, not a creature. It's like so, you know? Yeah, it's a cheap artifact if it matters, but equip cost is quite high. And yeah, it doesn't give an evasion, so... But alright, you know, at least we get an understanding of that. Next up is the Vision, and it's a rare 4 mana creature, artifact creature, 2/5 with flying and vigilance. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. Okay, listen. Nice. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell. So already I'm like a little bit choking. Okay, possibilities. So Solar Beam, the Vision gains double strike until end of turn. Density Control, the Vision gains indestructible until end of turn. And Technopathy, draw a card. Okay. This looks like fun. Again, not a Bombi Bomb. Deck building cost, all of that stuff. And because for 4 mana, you know, 2/5 flying vigilance, it's a little bit underwhelming, considering it is a rare, but you know what? It fits a lot of archetypes. Being an artifact, clearly is it. It has hero creature type, which is our Selesnya draft archetype, non-creature spell and all that stuff. Boris, yeah, you know, at least like this is quite clear, and other possibilities as well. Pretty nice, you know. Also, maybe even Dimir, because the stats are pretty defensive, you know. It can also fit this strategy, drawing cards, why not, like 2 cards per turn and all that stuff. I really like it. This is very versatile creature, so definitely first picking it. Not a Bombi Bomb again, but a very universal one. Next up is Viv Vision, and I believe this is the last colorless card, and the rest are lands, huh? So Viv Vision, Teen Synthezoid. For 3 mana, we have a 2/2 creature with flying, cybernetic senses. Whenever the Vision attacks, draw a card if your power is 4 or greater. Alright. And power up 7, put 2 +1/+1 counters on the Vision. So this is how we can do that. Oh, so just like baseline, we're not gonna draw cards in the nearest future. Like a drake with an upside, right? Artifact again, is it? We need to fill that artifact count, and yeah, like maybe sometimes, not sometimes, when we get there in the late game, it's gonna draw some cards, or you know, maybe we'll have equipment to help with that as well. No, it's okay, it's all right. Again, hero creature type, you know. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, and finally, let's just, you know, take a quick look at the lands. So I would assume we're going to have a cycle of these dual lands. So yeah, Dimir and all other color combinations. Again, I haven't seen them. So this is dual land. At our step, you gain life. Classic. So Dimir, Elapse, Boris, Asgardian Citadel, Azorius, Avengers Hangar. Okay, now this is something new. Avengers Tower. I actually really like looking at these utility lands and whatnot. So what does it do? It is an uncommon slot. For tap, add 1 colorless. For tap, add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a hero spell or to activate an ability of hero source. So, you know, if you happen to be in this particular archetype and you want to maybe splash another hero, or you know, this may be useful. I actually like lands like that in these scenarios. And for 4 mana and tap, look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a hero card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Honestly, if I'm drafting a hero archetype, I would be glad to play this land, honestly. It's like a value in the late game as well, and stabilization, why not? Next up is Backstory Building. For tap, add 1 colorless. For 4 and tap, 4 mana, add 4 mana in any combination of colors. Alright, and for 4 mana and tap, draw a card. Activate only if you control a creature with toughness 4 or greater. Now this is not as, you know, as obvious as Avengers Tower. Oh my god. Is soup back on the menu or what? In any combination. Okay, this is kind of fun. I don't know what to think of that. I actually need to play the format, but this is interesting for sure. Gives you some possibilities. That being said, I'm not sure that you want to play a land that gives colorless if you're playing a multicolor deck. I don't know. Okay, this is our dual land in Selesnya, Burning Zona Plaza, Castle Doom. Oh, it's a rare. So add, it produces colorless mana, or for tap, add 1 mana of any color, spend this mana only to cast an artifact spell. And for 3 mana and tap, sacrifice an artifact, create a 3/3 colorless robot villain artifact creature token named Doombot, activate only sorcery. Let's go. Oh, this is so good. This is going to be good. Again, in a specific deck, clearly in an artifact deck, but I mean still, this is so good. Not that I would be happy to see it as my first rare in first pack, but yeah, usually it's something that gets passed. Nice. Okay, Dark Fortress. Okay. Oh, now it's a cycle of rare lands? Hold on. Oh, nice. Dark Fortress, a rare land. So add 1 colorless or add 1 black or 1 red and activate only if this land entered this turn. Or if you control a basic land. So this is like an upgraded Verge. Nice. Fisk Tower is a common dual land for Orzhov. Okay, Gather in Place. Okay, and now it's a rare Selesnya rare land. Oh, this is great. This is great addition to standard. Nice. Gleaming Bastion. Same. Azorius rare land. Hell's Kitchen, that's funny. Hell's Kitchen. This is common dual land for Rakdos. Hidden Lair. Dimir rare land. Nice. Los Diablos, Missile Base, common dual land for Cruel, PM Technologies, same for Simic, Stark Industries, same is it, Subterranean Cavern, Galgary, Surveillance Room, it's common. Are we? Yeah. Sorry. When this land enters Surveil 1, add 1 colorless, and for 1 and tap, add 1 mana of any color. So, and this is like maybe useful if you're splashing or something, but actually it's not great. So basically, like it colors mana. Okay, Training Compound, another rare land for Cruel, Villainous Hideout. So there are a lot of lands, and that is very impressive, pretty cool. So Villainous Hideout. Add 1 colorless or add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a villain spell or to activate an ability of a villain source. Okay, hashtag Justice for Hydra. And for 3 mana and tap target villain you control connives. Activate only sorcery. Oh, honestly, I love this utility lands. This is good. Okay, and this is it. The rest is just like a bonus sheet. We're not gonna review that. So this is it. Here we have it. We did it again. This is the end of my first impressions and limited set review of the new Magic the Gathering set, Marvel Superheroes. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope it was entertaining, useful, helpful. We're gonna see all that in action starting tomorrow, because I'm going to participate in the early access streamer event on Magic Arena. So again, a reminder that I'm going to stream limited, sealed, and draft tomorrow at around 11:30 Central European time here on Twitch. And yeah, like my first impressions, this set looks very promising. Honestly, I'm quite excited. I didn't expect to like it as much as I did, just, you know, based off of first impressions. And also, like, Marvel Superheroes, you know, sadly I cannot relate to this universe. And still, I think they did a great job combining these two universes, Magic and Marvel. They did a great job with all those flavor wins, references. I don't know, for me, sadly, again, it didn't say anything, but even I could appreciate it. So I'm looking forward to draft and to sealed and to all the good stuff. Hope you do too. Do you know which archetype you you want to draft the most? Right off the bat, I would say Izzet. I don't know, it's just, you know, artifacts. Again, I don't know why. I just know. Yeah, I would say Izzet. And then, you know, we shall see, right? Okay, so again, just a gentle reminder, if you're not following me already, please hit the button. It means a lot to me. Again, if you're watching it on YouTube, thank you all so much for bearing with me. And like, subscribe, give a comment. It helps me a lot, and I love to engage with you all. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Let's raise somebody before I go, right? Streaming. Everybody's in the waiting room or something. All right, see ya. Bye-bye.